One of the most difficult decisions a professional athlete can face is what to do with themselves once their sporting career draws to an end. For Den and Kemp, the decision was easy. Become a bloke in a bar and share that bar with the rest of Australia and tourists from all around the world.
Lockyer goes up to the 20 again, gets the ball back of the way, and this man going down the right side is Den and Kemp to get a score! Oh, this is unbelievable! Den and Kemp has scored maybe the try of the year!
Not many know that Kemp was an aspiring soccer player, already playing for Gold Coast club Bar SC, when Broncos talent scouts picked him up and converted him to rugby league. In 2007 he made his NRL debut for the Broncos, and following stints with the Warriors, Dragons and Rugby Union, Kemp retired from the sport at the end of 2013. Rather than dwell on retirement, Kemp wasted little time transitioning to life after rugby league, starting his own online talk show called The Locker Room, which now has over 50,000 followers. In 2017, Kemp opened a bar called Bloke In A Bar in Broadbeach on Queensland's Gold Coast, and the venue is popular amongst locals and tourists alike, with Kemp himself often mingling with patrons, which gives the bar a genuinely personal touch. Den and Kemp, thanks for joining us. Your Facebook page, The Locker Room, got off to a roaring success. What made you turn your attention towards opening a bar?
Well, obviously I'm extremely lucky to be in the position I am in with the show. Honestly, I owe it all to the boys coming on the show rather than me doing anything special. But about 8 months ago, I launched a beer called Bloke In A Bar, as you can see. And we always wanted to have a physical location. It's so important to be able to create an environment that represents your brand, but it was a matter of when rather than if. And I'm from the Gold Coast. I grew up in Bar, so I missed Queensland terribly when I was in New South Wales, as I am a Queenslander through and through. And it was just way too good of an opportunity to pass up, and it's been so good for the beer to be able to get people in here, tasting the beer in its best state, out of a tap, in an environment that we think suits our brand. So it has been, nothing short of exactly what we wanted.
And which did you find more challenging, a pre-season under Wayne Bennett at the Broncos or starting the bar?
I'd have to say a pre-season under Wayne Bennett at the Broncos. Now, don't get me wrong, it's extremely hard to start a bar. I'm not going to take anything away from that, but pre-season's all about, it's essentially, you get to a certain base fitness, and everyone gets to that base fitness, but it's more about breaking people and seeing who will break and who won't break. There's a certain amount of training you can do where you're not really going to get any fitter. Matter of fact, you get to usually about December and guys actually start teetering off and they get less fit because their bodies are worn and torn. So it's more about getting the guys separating the guys that can cop it and the guys that can't cop it. And that's what pre-season is all about, breaking people. Whereas business, even though it has broken a lot of people, it's not exactly about breaking people.
Do you have any other plans in the pipeline, or is this something you see yourself doing when you turn 90?
I've got a lot of plans, maybe too many plans, and I
don't have to give away too much.
No, but I hope to, when I'm 90, I hope to have one of the most, the best beers in the country. I hope to have a sports network. I hope to have, multiple, if not 100 sports bars around the country. So yes, I have a lot of plans, but it's just about focusing in on this and then making this the best it can be, and then, expanding that over a period of time.
All right, so tell me, which has a better ring to it? Den and Kemp, professional NRL player, or Den and Kemp, owner of Australia's #1 sports bar?
Oh, that's tough. I think I'd rather Den and Kemp, owner of one of the most successful businesses in the country, because there is an avenue to go through for sport. There's from a youngster, you train, you get into systems push you through into the NRL. Whereas to create something from nothing, that's something that you can be fully, you can own it 100%. You can be like, I did all of this myself. There were no really systems in place to push me along that way to get there. I didn't come from money. My dad worked his ass off to just give us even a normal education and all the sporting trips that we could go on as we were younger. So, this is something from nothing, and it's kind of like my baby.
Yeah, well, mate, the beer tastes great. The bar looks great. So, Den and Kemp, thanks for your time. Cheers.
Cheers, mate.
So if you live nearby or are visiting the beautiful Gold Coast soon, why not stop on by and visit Denon and the crew at Bloke In A Bar. Cheers.